Well, surprise, surprise, folks. There are more missing text messages surrounding January 6th. This time, of course, from Pentagon officials, specifically Acting Secretary of Defense Chris Miller, former Chief of Staff Kash Patel, and former Secretary of the Army Ryan McCarthy. In a court filing that was made public this week, the Pentagon admitted that, oops, we accidentally wiped all those people's phones and many more phones, right before Trump left office, before the new administration came in, because that's just what we decided to do, was erase all of the data, all of the text messages. So sorry, you can't have them, investigators. Now, preservation of documents is not something new with administrations. It's literally the law, especially related to anything surrounding Donald Trump. Any communications with the President of the United States, no matter who it is, that is legally required to be preserved. Now, of course, because these text messages were deleted, we don't know if they were texting with the President or if they were texting with other high-level officials in the administration. If they were and they were talking about Donald Trump, that, of course, would fall under the scope of the Presidential Records Act, and it would be illegal to delete those communications. But more importantly, we're talking about the Pentagon here, right? We're talking about the group whose job it is to gather information, gather intelligence, preserve things. And even they understood that we better go ahead and delete all of this because it's probably not all that great. Might make us look a little bad, or perhaps it implicates us in some kind of criminal activity. And of course, we do know that Donald Trump's administration was in contact with officials at the Pentagon, trying to get them to either use the Department of Homeland Security, use the FBI, use the military if possible to go and seize voting machines across the country. Maybe if we need to deploy the troops to go and physically grab the voting machines. Those were plans that were discussed. And if they were discussed in the Trump White House, it is likely that these top individuals over at the Pentagon were a part of these conversations as well, which of course is why their text messages would be incredibly relevant to any possible criminal investigation. But much like the Secret Service texts, they're gone for now. Of course, with the Secret Service, even though there is still an ongoing investigation, they did find 10 devices that actually still had the text messages on them. So they got some of them, maybe not all of them. So maybe that's what happens in this situation. Maybe we launch an investigation and then suddenly the Pentagon says, oh wait, here they are. Whoops, slipped our mind to actually go and look for them. Kind of like what the Secret Service did. But until then, it's very hard to not see some kind of conspiracy here, right? I don't want to go full tinfoil hat, but the fact that all of these groups just deleted their text messages, the Secret Service, the folks at the Pentagon, everybody wiped their devices right before Trump left office, something that again is not typical. I don't know. It's hard to not think there's some kind of conspiracy here when all of these independent groups did the exact same thing, seemingly for the exact same reason, although they're giving the public all of these various different reasons. We did it because these people were leaving office. We did it because there was, it's routine at the... everybody's got a different reason, but all of them did the same thing, and something doesn't smell right about any of these stories.
This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.